Are you ready? Are you ready for a mediocre time? Because welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, where absolutely bollocks all is confirmed for the show. That's not true. What is confirmed is alright. It's just alright. It's just alright. AJ Styles versus Drew Gulak should be fantastic, right? Should be. They'll give it 7 minutes. And we've got Matt Riddle having a chat with Michael Cole. And Sheamus toasting the charismatic enigma, Jeffrey Nero Hardy. There's not a lot advertised for the show, guys. So get ready for some blobby, for some witch's hat, for some whatever else. I pops into my head. What were we talking about earlier? We were talking on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cultaholic. GCSE English study things that you studied. Books. books what you read. GCSE, and whether or not I could take Bin Laden in a fight. It's only 2 hours. Stick around. Let's have some fun. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Fabio. Hello, Jeremy, Jack, Max and Streeter, Miranda, Brad, Oof Boy, Emmett, Max, Stephen. Hello, everybody. All right. SmackDown will be starting any moment now. Maybe some other things have been announced, but I don't think so. I don't know if this is going to be one of those ones like last week where we get a replay of an old match. I hope not. Oh God. Let's come on. I hope you say I got two cups of coffee there. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be bloody grand. Let's get an early light spike in. And we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun today. I think I've exhausted the fun actually with Spider-Man, which is fantastic. I'll talk more about it in a bit, just in case you've not been watching, because it's just the best. It's just the best game, and I thought of playing it. It was my idea. I can't play. What do we like? Brian, 3 hours ago, early doors. Brian, a belated Canada Day joke for you. What do you call a troublesome Canadian high schooler? A poutine. Hi, Brian. Awful. Just the worst. Stephen, hello, Adam. How are you? I'm wonderful. Really enjoyed your stream on Twitch. What's that, Stephen? Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. And I'm excited for this one. Thanks for all the wonderful and amazing things you do. Big love as always, my friend. Big love to you as well, Stephen. Good to see you here. Are you ready? It's too slow. It's plodding, isn't it? It's the ratings machine, Sasha Banks, on screen right now, by the way. Did you see the you talk about like spikes, let's talk about a bloody spike in the ratings, thanks to the boss Sasha Banks. Unreal. Roman Reigns? Remember him? Oh, I hope he's alright. Sure he is. Ethan, thank you very much for a very generous donation there, mate. Would the SmackDown intro song be as terrible if the show was actually a good time? Yes. It could be the best show on the planet, and it's still this. Are you ready? Oh. Also, if the intro had to be AC/DC, what would you think of using Back in Black just for the intro to the song? Great intro. I'd be well up for that. I'm not an AC/DC hater. It's just that song is wank. Double A, just sent you my trial for a video editor. I hope to hear from you soon. Bin Laden. That's a good start, mate. For somebody that wants a job, calling me Bin Laden is a good no. I don't even look at them. I don't look at those. That's Sam's responsibility. So Sam will get back to you in due course. I think he's looking at the first lot that have come through. Oh my God, it's the Wyatt Swamp Fight preview. It's confirmed as being a swamp fight. We knew it anyway, but there it is. I haven't seen that graphic before, so... and we've also got the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Drew Gulak versus AJ Styles. Which should be good. Should be good. That'll be a good match. I just want some stuff to happen. They need a return or something tonight. This sits right in the middle of the two pay-per-views, doesn't it? Will it be alright? We'll see. Alright, get hype, Adam. Reno, Isle of Queaselmania. I'm on next week. Please don't hate me. I love Quizlemania. I'm on next week. There you have it. That was really good. In fairness, that was very, very good. And we're kicking things off with Matt Riddle. And a sit-down interview, though there's no chairs in the ring. Might be a stand-up interview. With Matt Riddle. Dabba Zabel, you're right, lads. It's my birthday, and I'm several rums down, so I could definitely take Bin Laden in a fight. The point was, right, earlier, happy birthday. Can we get a happy birthday in the chat for one Dabba? D-A-B-B-A, in case you missed it. The point is, it came up, like, there was a scene in the Spider-Man game where it was just like, this guy who's done a terrorist act, and Spider-Man, Peter Parker's just there with a box in his hands going, "You alright? How's it going? You alright? You good?" And I said, that's like me if I bumped into Bin Laden in Sainsbury's, just going like with my baskets, plural, because I don't agree with trolleys. With my 2 baskets, just going, "All right, Osama, what you getting there? What are you getting there? Sprite. Wouldn't happen. I'd deck him." This is going to be a bollock stream. Let's have fun. Adam Prophet, drunk out of my effing mind, meaning I'm going to spend too much. Don't do it. Just cut yourself off. Cut yourself off. Don't do it, Adam. If you're drunk, I don't want you to regret supporting us. Right, what's going to happen here? I'm liking Riddle's attire. I've never heard anyone who sounds like Matt Riddle when they talk. Not really. It's to walk down that ramp. It's a love child of a lot of work and a lot of dreams, bro. I feel like he might partake in some recreational Class C? Class B, I think now. I think he might be a pothead, you know. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Sounds like Matthew Wright, yeah. I really like Riddle's promos. Never been to the West Coast then? No, I don't think I have, Gregory. I think I have. No, I haven't. My assumption is, by the way, that the fact that he's still on TV is that the legal issues that it looks like he was going to face have been sorted, or maybe investigation is continuing. I'm not sure. Derek, are you ready? Are you ready for a good time? We've got a close-up on the feet. I knew they would do this. They can't just let people have these weird little quirks or personality traits. They've got to hammer them home. Get a close-up of the feet. Get a close-up of the feet. He's barefoot. That's unusual. Make a big deal of it. Put it on T-shirts. Put it on masks. They can't just let people have these things without them, like... Oh, so he's having to explain why he's barefoot now. Because it needs a backstory. He's just barefoot. He's not even barefoot. He's got flip-flops on. And when I told my mom, she told me, "I'm pretty sure you have frostbite, Matt." And we went to the doctor. Sure enough, they've given him a backstory. And they were even thinking about amputating the bro's tootsies, the feets, the foots, bro. The tootsies, the feets, the foots, bro. Greg Diaper, we best friends now. Also, you destroyed Bin Laden. Here we are now, pal. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Another close-up, by the way. Another close-up of the feet. I don't care if I'm hanging out with a bear. Love a bear, me. I learned something. I learned that you could lose everything in a moment. And even though I can't feel anything with my feet... Even though I can't feel anything with my feet. I wonder if that's true. I've never heard that story before. Maybe it is true. Another close-up. Another close-up of the feet. There they are. It's a feud centered around frostbite? No. Oh, don't give him a Corbin feud straight away. Oh, God. Whatever. Right. Of course they are. And I'm a Corbin fan. Hey, I guess it's an easy win for him. This is an easy feud to win. But You sort of want to put him in there with someone who's a bit more exciting to watch, don't you? To show him off, to make a big deal of what a great wrestler Riddle is. Ugh. Hugh, if nothing is lined up for SmackDown, hopefully just give AJ versus Gulak half an hour. Also, in a straight match, you would take Bin Laden. See? Everybody's on my side here. Let's ask again in the chat. 1 for Adam Pacitti, 2 for Bin Laden. Please don't clip that. Please don't clip that. Who wins in a fight? I think it would have been me. It's all the ones. There's a few twos. Thanks for having my back, you guys. You might not see them. They're all getting held for review. Don't worry about approving them, Stephen. It'll take you about 4 years. I really like Corbin's promos. I know I'm in the minority there. I think he's got good delivery. I would say that's 70% ones. I won't lie, guys. We're probably never going to find out if I could take him. Just saying. Bin Laden was hench. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was all skin and bones. I've been doing weights now for about bloody 6 days. This is in fisticuffs. There's no weapons or anything. He was tall, but I'm tall too. I think he was 6'4". Can I search Bin Laden height? Is that an okay thing to do? 1.95. What's that in feet? I think that's the same. 6.3. Yeah, he's with the same height. I might have a centimetre on him, maybe. So I'd assume I've got the reach. Yeah, sorry, going back to your comment, Hugh. Smack him, Matt. Smack him with your dead feet.
You do you, bro. What does that even mean? What does it mean, huh? I'll tell you what it means.
Corbin is pissing massive. We had Matt Riddle on a WCPW show, and I didn't really interact with him much. I saw him backstage a few times. But I thought he was a pretty big lad. But next to Corbin, he looks like a... From a distance, to be honest, he looks like an 8-year-old girl.
You don't just walk in here and get handed an opportunity to face the king. No. Tonight, right now,
We're going to get a match. Your opponent is this guy. Look in my eyes. It's Jomo. Why? Okay, yeah. You know what? This should be a great match. Riddle and John Morrison, two brilliant wrestlers. Should be good. I'd rather see that now than Corbin. I mean, Corbin's going to get involved and ruin it, isn't he? I still don't like the fact that they've got their own themes, and that if you're meant to market them as a tag team, and I don't like the fact that we get Miz TV still. It should be both of them doing the dirt sheet together, but with people, and it feels like it makes them feel thrown together, and they're former tag champs and all that. Whatever. Makes it feel temporary, and a tag team shouldn't ever really feel like that, I don't think. Unless they're like thrown together by, I don't know, like a heel authority figure, or no, like a babyface authority figure. Can they get along? You know what I mean. If they're thrown together for storyline purposes, then that makes sense. But not when they're actually a team. Obscure. Think about how much you'd rather be looking for Uncle Ben. Infinity Bars. Adam Pescado. I missed you, Dad. Who's Adam Pescado? Pescado. This sounds like a footballer, maybe. It's nobody. I've searched it. It's just a... Don't know. Adam, rank Harry, Louis, Niall, Zayn, Liam. I don't know enough about them. I've mentioned before that I had a day filming with little Louis Tomlinson when he tried to acquire... Bollocks, what was the football team? Red kit. Darlington? Dagenham? Darlington? Is Darlington right? Doncaster. There you go, Doncaster. And he was a nice enough guy. He had his entourage with him. I think I've told that story before because I worked for the website that did it, and somebody found a vulnerability in the website, which has since been patched, by the way. You can't do it anymore. But you could make a donation and then cancel it with your with PayPal or your credit card people or whatever, and it would still show up on the thing. And somebody figured it out. Some girl, I think she was like a 15, 16-year-old girl doing it with her mum and dad's credit card, and she was donating like 50 grand at a time and then cancelling it. So everyone thought he was gonna do it in no time at all, but none of the donations had any actual cash behind them. TUF Pro Fan, hi Adam, are you ready for the good time? Oh, I'm gonna get it, especially when Baron Corbin interferes in this match and ruins it for us. Yes, I bloody am. Matthew McFadden, how many times do you want to say bro, Matt? Yes. Adam Prophet, Riddle shouldn't be on TV till this is resolved. I agree. I totally agree, which made me think that maybe it is resolved. I don't know. I know that I think WWE said, or somebody close to WWE said that they were aware that there was a problem, even back when they signed Riddle. So I don't know the situation. I shouldn't sit here and speculate on it. Chris, hey Adam, glad I could catch the stream. Back to night shift. I hope you're well. I hope you're well too. Thank you very much for dropping in, Chris. I hope your night shift is going wonderfully and breezes by. Because night shifts are rough, aren't they? I hope you're doing alright, mate. Adam, Riddle was great on Wednesday. I could change the channel. I mean, I loved NXT Riddle. I thought NXT Riddle was great, and I loved Indie Riddle. We'll see what happens with Smack Riddle, SmackDown Riddle. It's not a gateway drug thing. Obscure. Adam's looking at Riddle's feet while thinking about Art May's feet. Are we mortal enemies now? Happy 11th of September Day. Habbo Club for life. Habbo Club for life too. To you mental. Ethan, he did have a bomb right hook. Almighty Pinch, watching the Twitch streams, but don't know how it works, so I'll give you some dollar here. Did you like our wholesome 30-minute English literature chat earlier? From what I saw, it's a really difficult game to pay attention to the chat during the SmackDown thing. Keep doing that. The Peter Parker Spider-Man thing, because it's non-stop and there's always something happening. Corbin's on commentary, by the way. Corbin tree. Riddle tossing John Morrison to the mat. Yeah, it's a really hard one, but what I saw I enjoyed. I like talking about... Well, it's just nostalgia's nice, isn't it? Nostalgia's really comforting. It's nice hearing other people's stories. Like, I might just be a total gorm, but... Like, my favourite conversations quite often on here is it's just like what chocolate bars you wish they'd bring back and stuff like that. It's nice because somebody will pop up with something that'll trigger something in your brain, which is like, oh, I literally haven't thought about that in 20 years. And I don't know, that's just a really nice feeling. It makes me feel like I've still got a memory when my memory is getting worse every week, seemingly. Goodness me. That was a smack and a half by old Morrison there. Riddle's trying to lock in an armbar. Morrison powering up and slamming him down. They just lots of slams here. Back-to-back slams. Exiled. Only donation for the night. Pringle Things. Adam Pringle Things. Is that like Adam Pacitti? Adam Pringle Things. Is that a nickname? I don't know. I've got a tube down there still. Give it a go again. Maybe. Spoil you. Who knows? Alabama Slammer by Morrison. Riddle reverses it. No, he didn't. It looked like he reversed it into a pile driver sort of thing there. They're really going to hammer home the bro thing more than ever, the feet thing. That's the problem with main roster, right? I think it's fair to say that quite often Trips has a better understanding, and it's probably just an age thing. not that he's a young whippersnapper or anything, but he's a bit of an understanding of what makes things cool. Makes things cool, without just, as I say, shoving them down our throats. Whereas when somebody goes onto the main roster, or if something catches on just a little bit, it's non-stop, all the time. Catchphrase, 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 catchphrase. And it can be successful, for sure. But sometimes it just feels so forced, and it can put you off a person. I know he's 50, Joseph. I'm saying that he's a bit more in touch with pop culture, perhaps, is Triple H. He's got kids and that, right? Can't wait for him to book like a Roblox match next week and just totally prove me wrong. Neptune, how about a more even fight? Pacitti versus Stephen Merchant. I mean, Merchant's got to be approaching 50 now, I would assume. Certainly early 40s, at least. He's taller. I think he's 6'6", 6'7", Merchant. I reckon I could take Stephen Merchant. I do. I don't think he's got the coordination, but I obviously do. Good match, this. Very good match. Just natural chemistry. I should point out, by the way, that these are, in fact, 2 5-star wrestling legends. Both of these guys featuring... In fact, these are both former 5-star wrestling champions. Riddle held the tap or snap title, I want to say, and John Morrison, a former 5-star wrestling world champion. Unreal. So this is mid-carder Matt Riddle versus main eventer John Morrison, if you want to get technical about it. Yeah, I'd batter Stephen Merchant. Kayla, I can't even with your stream. What do you mean? I came in to hear who would win in a fight. You or Bin Laden, never stop. Bin Laden didn't have a jobber on his side. Yeah, exactly, I've got the backup. I mean, Bin Laden had a... He would have had an entourage. But I've got the Cultaholic boys behind me. Book it. Cultaholic versus Al Qaeda. Stop it, Adam. Stop it. Watch the match. It's a good match. Cultaholic versus Al Qaeda. Oh! I'm going mental. Right. Slammiversary soon, isn't it? We're excited. Oh, it's... I need to point out, by the way, you've all been brilliant. And it hasn't happened yet, but we all know that there's Great American Bash spoilers kicking about. If you post them in the chat or if you post them in comments and we see it, you're getting banned permanently. There's no warning or anything. Wait until after Wednesday to talk about it. We did a news video on it, obviously, marked very clearly as a spoiler, put right at the end. So if you do post the result, you probably all know what we're talking about, but cheeky heel work. It just blinded Matt Riddle. Somebody's done it right there. Hopefully you guys didn't see it, but Ethan Parker, you're banned forever. It's that easy. You're gone, pal. There's no more warnings. See you later. Mr. Murphy, 1 and then 2 and then 1 again. Get the win back. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll do the final one at WrestleMania. Obviously, we'll probably go. I think, I'd pick up the big babyface win at Royal Rumble, but then Bin Laden would knock me out after the match, write me off for a bit. Then he would cheat to win at Fastlane or Elimination Chamber, whatever. And then at WrestleMania, I'd pick up the win and become new leader of Al Qaeda. Adam Prophet, sorry, I don't like Riddle. He's a heel to me. I don't want to comment on Riddle while all of this is ongoing, really. But as I say, I liked him during his time in NXT and his indie stuff. Ban Molly. Yep, you're gone. See you later, you're gone forever, Molly. Yeah, It's just a wanky thing to do. I don't know why people would want to ruin somebody's enjoyment of something. Hopefully you didn't see it. I know a lot of people did see it there. So apologies. If you did see it. We'll do our best. And Molly's comments will no longer show up anywhere on the channel. They're gone now. Bobby, guess what? Chicken butt. Thanks, Bobby. Matthew, Bin Laden was an Arsenal fan, so not a big fan to be honest. Oh, right, I didn't know that. Didn't know. Double A, AJ Hazard versus Bin Laden buried alive match. Book it. Jeez, right, I'm going to move on from these now. Exiled, would love to see John Morrison versus AJ Styles feud. Yeah, I'm up for that, for sure. That's a good IC title feud, isn't it? That's a really good IC title feud. And those two working together would be lovely. Would be lovely. I wouldn't be anti John Morrison getting a world title. To be honest, at this point, I prefer to see John Morrison as Universal Champion than Braun. But that's just because of my relentless hatred for Braun Strowman. Just don't find him interesting. Montana. The other day, I went to see a fortune teller. He was a tiny, frail man with his body covered in calluses, and he had terrible breath. Basically, he was a super calloused, fragile mystic hexed with halitosis. I don't know how people come up with those. I guess that's really good. It's really good, Montana. Thank you. Yeah. Gone as well, Tom Cruise. It's just I feel like people are just coming in now with alternate accounts and everything. Whatever. I mean, it's a real shame that people would do that. And if that's what makes you happy as a person, you're a twat. So you're not welcome. You're not welcome. Just go away, you bellend. Moving on. Emmett, hi Adam, how are you and Mr. Happy? We are both wonderful. Mr. Happy's been chowing down on some treats today because he got into the box of Dreamies again. Is there anything that could set me apart from the others in the application for the video editor? Also, could you tank El Chapo, Ronnie Biggs, Al Capone, Kevin Keegan, and Preston from the Ordinary Boys? No, none of them. Preston's obviously a little scrote and everything, but he could still probably take me. I don't know. He's probably 40 now, but nah, still, I reckon he could. I think he's pretty in shape. Keegan's old, isn't he? I might have a chance. But peak any of those guys? I don't know if you can say peak El Chapo or peak Ronnie Biggs. You know what I mean? No, I don't think so. As for separating yourself from the other applicants, copy the style. Copy the style. Put don't just have images zooming in and out. Do some animation, some keyframe animation. Show us a bit of creative flair, but most importantly, copy the style. We get really good editors submitting stuff who don't get the style. It's like I had one earlier today, and it was obviously a guy who knew how to edit, could do some cool stuff, but it was flying all over the place. It was non-stop. It was quite overwhelming as a viewer. So look at what we do now. Do some of that. Oh, that was nice. Bit of a fakey. You know what I'm going to do? There's not a great deal I can do about this, guys, unfortunately. But for now, I'm going to mute some words that relates to the spoiler, so they won't even pop up in the chat. And that's the best that I can do for now. Apologies for the fucking lippin' wankers. Bollocks. Bro mission's locked in. It looks like this is the end, but Morrison fighting to get to the ropes. Done. Right. So I've muted those. They won't even come through anymore, so you shouldn't be able to see them. If somebody subverts it, they're quite difficult to subvert the YouTube filter. It's the best I can do, and we'll keep that in place until after Wednesday.
Moxie teetering precariously. What is Riddle gonna do? What on earth? High risk from Gulak.
And I really do mean it. Apologies, sincere apologies to anyone who has had it spoiled by one of those wankers. This is a very good match. It's a very good match. I'm really behind on the donations, by the way. Thank you all for your generosity. It means a lot. 28 minutes, nice swearing restraint, Adam. Thank you very much. I do my best. I've done it. I can't believe I've done it. It's the Twitch, isn't it? I might ban myself from swearing on Twitch. I was saying to the guys the other day, like, oh, it's, you know, Twitch is fun because we can stream what we want. We can be really experimental. Jesus Christ. You've got to be really desperate to do that. Oh, bollocks. I've just hidden someone. No, I did hide the right person. Brian, just temporarily, but I'm tagging you in as a mod because I think I don't know if Steven's away at the moment, but you're a mod for a bit. And I'll add. This is the finish. Just a lot of chemistry between these two. Wasn't expecting this to be as competitive as it was. Are we going to get a Corbin? I'll be really disappointed if Corbin ruins it for him. I'd prefer a post-match attack than him ruining the ending. And I think it does more for Matt Riddle to get the win and then get attacked afterwards if they want to do the Corbin feud. Ooh, is he going to get a sneaky roll-up? Following a distraction? No. This is the finish, surely. Permission? No, roll-up. There you go. A roll-up, though? Great match. Great match. Not making any more mods. Brian's got us covered. Yeah, I don't want to put slow mode on really because it sort of it does lessen people. Oh, AJ Styles attacking Riddle, and here comes Drew Gulak to save the day in his America pants. Are they America pants? No, just stripy. Sunderland pants. I did a football joke. Right, let me get through the donations again. Thank you. Jason, what chocolate bar do you want back? Flake Snow? I'm not a big white chocolate fan, so no. It's a Mars Delight. It's a Mars Delight every ruddy time. Yeah, Mars Delight. So tasty. So unique. Bring him back. They will one day. Christian, banter Corbin. Isn't he just? I'm surprised that he didn't get involved there. More involved. Anyway, Exile. Vincent needs to retire. Opinions? Maybe take a step back from creative. I'm not going to say he should retire from his position entirely because you know you've got a lot of responsibility. But yeah, from creative, I think he should. I think he should hand it over a little bit more to other people within the company. Lewis, at 17 years old, I've decided that after lockdown, I will train with Britannia in Riddle. After watching Pinfall again, I'd appreciate any advice on etiquette, self-discipline, and taking chops. Ouch! Also, could you please show us the screen so we can see, please? Right. As far as advice on etiquette, go in, do the handshakes. I don't know if you're allowed to do a handshake at the moment. Don't cough on them. So yeah, no, be friendly. Listen to your trainers for sure. Don't talk back. Self-discipline. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm the laziest bastard going. Taking chops. It just sucks. Can't do anything. Tense your muscles as best you can. Yeah, Stephen, I've just made Brian a mod temporarily. Just because people are ruining the NXT result in the chat, which I'm just before I get to it, right, I'm just going to add a few other terms to that thing so they don't get through. That should do it, I think. Anyway, moving on. Oh, no bother at all. No, Stephen, you're not obligated to be here at all. People just started being wankers, so just so I don't have to keep an eye on the chat for now. Do not apologise, Stephen, at all. Almighty Pinch, can I be your valet for Cultaholic versus Bin Laden? No. We're moving on. We're moving on from that. Huge anus. Darth Vader is Luke's father at the end of the Great American Bash. Thank you. That's alright. You're allowed that. Miranda, who's in your Survivor Series team against Al Qaeda? For stop. We're done. That was 11 minutes ago. Just saying my surname is Cena, not pronounced the same, but I'd still bury them all. You're in. We're moving on. God, there's more. Ethan, Al Qaeda versus Cultaholic in a ladder match for custody of Iraq. Oh God, Neptune Bartender, Survivor Series 5-on-5, Cultaholic versus Al Qaeda. Oh. Exile, King Ross hits Bin Laden with a bomb of a hook. Newport's finest, we're back to normal. Goodness me. A couple of ducats to keep your skin looking fresh. Thank you very much. I had my clay on earlier. I've got a spot there, and it's really sore. Really sore. You can't really see it, but it's like it's a second head growing out of my nose at the moment. Adam Prophet. I feel like I need to defend my point. Riddle attacked Brock. Who's better at MMA? And WWE attacked Goldberg. Who say what you will is a legend and allegations. Riddle equals heel equals I change the channel. What? I feel like I need to defend my point. Riddle attacked Brock, who's better at MMA, and WWE attacked Goldberg. MMA and WWE attacked Goldberg. Who say what you will is a legend and allegations. Yeah. I don't understand that. I'm really sorry. You got a what out of me? What? Kyle, spoiler, Bin Laden cashed. No. Ethan, the biggest waste of an NXT call-up recently was American Alpha. I really like them. My favourites were Alpha, Kenny, Kid. I really like. I really like American Alpha for sure. I thought they were great together, and I agree that it was a waste. And it's such a shame about Jason Jordan. It really, really is. He probably won't be wrestling again. Oh, he is drunk, isn't he? Yeah, he's drunk. I bloody loved American Alpha. I thought they could have been fantastic. We talk about it all the time, but Vince does not care about tag team wrestling, and it shows. Such a shame. Infinity Bars. Yes, we do. Jack, don't spoil Bin Laden's big debut, guys. Viva Bobby, scariest thing to ever happen to you? This chat tonight. No, scariest thing? I mean, jumping out of the plane was pretty bad. Oh, I know what it was. I was cliff diving in Canada. I can't remember what it was. It was an hour outside of Toronto. And I was cliff diving just outside of Toronto. My friend took me there. For any Canadians, he's a guy. He's I don't want to get this right. He's part of the Eaton family. So there are these things, these big shopping centres, or like department stores maybe, but I think they're shopping centres in Canada called Eaton Centres. And there were a few. I don't know if they're still around. He's part of that family, and friend of a friend went out there, stayed with him, took us cliff diving, and there was this thing. So we jumped off, and it was terrifying. When I hit the water, it was so. First of all, I went like that. My chest hit a little bit, and it bloody hurt. It took the wind right out of me. Very good match, this, by the way. And it pulled my eyelashes. No, my eye. What are they called? Eyelids. Eyelids up because I was hitting so fast, and it sucked. Daniel Bryan's appearing via Zoom call. He was on the picture. He was on the picture on the graphic. Unreal. So it bloody hurt, right? And it was terrifying. And you had to jump out at least a metre, because otherwise you would hit some rocks quite far down. Not a great distance, right? But enough to make you question yourself. Did that, and I was like, bloody hell, never ever doing that again. It's probably like a 30-metre drop, maybe. It was pretty big. I'll find a video. I think there's a video on Facebook. It hurt, and anyway. And as we were paddling back, we were on these paddle boards. He pointed up at the cliffs and went, "Do you see them?" And he pointed at a few wooden crosses on the thing. It's like, yeah, that's that the 2 people died doing what we did last year. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Terrifying. Yeah. So that's the scariest thing to ever happen to me. Rob, is it wrong that I'd be happy to wear a shirt with Bin Karen's name on it? Regardless, get him on the t. I've got to find it. I'll stick him on the t-shirt somehow. It's not going to say that word. We're moving on. We're moving on now. Mike, really promising start to SmackDown this week. Great match. And how's your day going? Hope everyone has a great weekend as well. That's more like it, Mike. What a nice man. Brian, appearing via Zoom once again. I am very, very behind on these super chats and everything, by the way, guys. Apologies. How's your day going? Yeah, it's been good. I haven't achieved much today. I don't think. I haven't been as productive as I should have done. Doing a news video straight after this stream. That'll go out tomorrow morning, and then I've got to do all the scheduling for the weekend tomorrow. And then I'm off for drinks in the park with my pals Lucy, Richard, and Ben, which will be very nice. I hope you're well, Mike. Thank you. I want 9 pitches for the AEW Puppy Battle Royale, says Kayla. Ross will give you all 9. He's hyped. He's buzzing for it. Ethan, whoever had 28 minutes in the Adam swearing pool, you win. I didn't swear. I sort of swore. It was a half swear. Give me. Derek, Cultaholic versus Hitler, Stalin, Saddam Bright. Derek, please. Oh, it's relentless, isn't it? Gunner, hello Adam, enjoying the year rates vids. Any news on the US Champions list? I think it's a few weeks away from being written and then probably 6 weeks on the edit, something like that. It's a pretty big one, isn't it? It'll be a couple of months. I imagine we'll get to it by end of August, perhaps. Any news on rating King Elias's return date? And shout out to the Mad Catter Cafe in Eastbourne, which is reopening. That's the thing to get excited about for real. King Elias's return date. No, I don't know. Has there been news on it? I haven't seen any news. I think he's out for a little bit longer. Gulak, it does look like Gulak has Havoc written on his arm. Is that what it says? Don't know. Sean Walker, out of nowhere question, but did you actually have to go to your account and dress like Goldust? To your account? Oh, accountant, I assume you mean, and dress like Goldust. Yeah, I stuck to it. I stuck to the whole thing. We don't half-ass the punishments. They are shoot. Thanks for all the live streams. They've really helped me get through this. Pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Nice. Very, very good match. 2 good matches back to back. It's all downhill from here, lads. FIFA Matty. And Pacitti makes the hot tag to Brian. Brian's tearing the YouTube chat apart a lot. Yes! Good bad. Gunner Station? I meant rated. Forgive me and enjoy Smack. Hey, I got you. I figured it out. Don't you worry, pal. Still 10 minutes behind, by the way. Sorry. This is good, though, isn't it? It's nice to see Drew Gulak being positioned as a legitimate threat to AJ Styles. So he should be, but you never know. And he's outsmarted him there. Big baseball slide. Taking him out, as I think we're going to break. We'll be back. Oh, there you go. Mike, I'm back to work for the first time in 14 weeks at 9 AM UK, so I can't stay. Thank you for keeping me laughing through this terrible time. I've not missed a single stream. Hope this one stays up. Say my name, Mike Ropenas. I said Ropenza, didn't I? Mike Ropenas, you bastard. Oh, get back to the Bin Laden stuff, you bastard. Oh. Very good, Mike. Good job there. Ethan, what's a one-on-one feud we haven't seen yet that you would like to see? I'd like to see Roman and Cesaro. I like that. Also, like Spike. Can we get a like Spike, please? I got there. Really good. That was really good, genuinely. Somebody get that to Matthew on the podcast. He'll fall for that as well. Roman and Cesaro's a nice one, for sure. I don't know why I'm still referring to you as Mike. Your name's not Mike, is it? You know, it might be Mike. It might be Mike. Bloody hell. Oh, I'm tired. I am tired. Okay, a bloody... I did say it twice and didn't get it. A feud that I would like to see. Seth versus Brock Lesnar? No. Owens hasn't worked with a lot of people that I'd like to see him work with. Assuming the allegations go away and everything's fine, I'd like to see Owens and Riddle at some point. Cesaro and Riddle would be great. I'll tell you who two would be really good together. Sasha and Bianca would be really nice. I'd be up for that. Ember versus loads of people. She's hardly wrestled anyone. Ember versus Bianca would be good. Did they work together in NXT? Ruby Riott and Natalya. Cena versus Orton. That's a great one. Aleister Black versus Lesnar. There are loads of Lesnar matches that I'd like to see still. Keith Lee versus Lesnar is a really big one for me. I'd love to see it. Neptune, what do you think of Starship Pain as a finisher? Visually very impressive. Doesn't look especially impactful. I think that should be a... I think it should be a signature and give him a new finisher. It's a very babyface finisher as well, isn't it? It doesn't always work when he's heel. Unpaved, Bin Laden was trained by the CIA. He'd probably beat you pretty bad. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was. We're back on that, good. Exiled, Adam is such an alpha male, and stars in their eyes. The almighty pinch, a tortoise, a crocodile, and a frog are in a bar arguing about people getting their names wrong. It's a reptile dysfunction. We're back. I'm still 7 minutes behind. Here's some money to buy yourself a pint tomorrow, Adam. You've definitely earned it. Thank you. That's very kind, Chris. That's from Chris Peanuts. Chris Peanuts. Crispy? It's not. It's just Chris. What is the best crisps, and why is it Disco Salt and Vinegar flavoured? P.S. F. Austin Aries and Loki. I'm with you for the last point, for sure. I'm not with you for the discos. I do like Disco Salt and Vinegar. I prefer... I like the texture of discos. They're nice, aren't they? They're not like any other crisp. But the best is probably Pickled Onion Monster Munch, if we're being honest. But I like all crisps. There aren't many crisps that I don't like, as you can tell. Adam, Brock equals better at MMA and WWE. Goldberg, say what you... And WWE. Goldberg, say what you will about him. He's a legend. Riddle tried to get over by talking crap on two guys he'll never be, and allegations against him equals I changed this channel. I got you now. Okay, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So it's very difficult for me to comment on when, like, the allegations may still be there. I don't know what the current status is of those. I don't want to talk about it too much. But I personally, I've always found Riddle really enjoyable to watch, and I find him quite charismatic. Just interesting. He's different, isn't he? Exile, last donation for the night, Adam. Sorry, see you Monday. See you later. You say that now. House of 2000 Benoit versus Lionheart. Who do you have winning? 2000 Benoit. 2000 Benoit. No disrespect, obviously. Brad Barnley, hey mate, what do you make of Sane leaving? Oh, I think it's such a shame. It's going to be one of those what ifs. She'll be incredibly valued over there, so good for her. I hope she makes lots of money, and I hope she will be the face of the brand. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that we'll never know. Her biggest stuff on the main roster has been as part of the Kabuki Warriors, who I would argue should have never have been a thing to begin with. They're both such talented single stars, and they were thrown together. They had good matches as well. I'm not. She should have been a women's champion, main roster WWE, sooner rather than later as well. Doesn't look like we're going to get that. Bobby, has the pandemic put a long or short hold on TV ratings rising once things are back to normal? Or do you think a strong strategic revamp is what WWE and AEW need during that time? Network pressure. I think it's a bit of an uphill battle when things get back. I think they need to spend a huge amount marketing the first big live shows back, because that's what these are missing more than anything. Stack it, absolutely stack it. A loss leader, right? Spend so much money bringing in massive stars, and not necessarily just people wrestling. Brock's got to be there. You should have bloody Austin out there doing something. Announce all those people in front of a live crowd, whether it's pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown or whatever. Make it absolutely huge. Get as many eyes on as possible to advertise the fact that, hey, they're still there and things are back to normal. Remember us? I hate this Daniel Bryan interview during the match. I think it's really crap. I hate it. And I love Bryan. So stupid. Stupid. What a... Weird. Justin, rank the following. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Unicorns, Cold Brew Coffee, and Doritos. Jesus Christ. Well, Unicorns at the bottom. They don't do anything for me. They're just, really... I feel like they're just out of shape rhinos, aren't they? Nothing to them. Nothing to them. Cold brew coffee I really like. Doritos I really like as well. Oh man. AJ Styles because he thinks the Earth is flat. Cold brew coffee. Doritos. Seth Rollins. Current Seth Rollins. I'm giving him a rub. I'm giving him a massive rub there. He's better than cold brew coffee. This has been very strong, right? The first, out of 50 minutes of SmackDown, about 40 have been in-ring action. It's not bad, is it? And ads, obviously, but... Nice. Ethan, if while dressed as Goldust you were summoned for court, would you have gone as Goldust? What? No, I don't. I think that there's got to be exceptions, hasn't there? Like, if I had to go to, God forbid, a funeral or something like that, I probably wouldn't have turned up as Goldust. But when I was invited to do the Right Stuff, was it called the Right Stuff? No, yeah, the Right Stuff. His Matthew Wright show. I was going to go as Goldust for that and just explain myself. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have turned up to court as Goldust. Don't know if you're allowed. Is that allowed? It was pretty obscene. You never really saw that far down, but it was quite penisy. Quite penisy. Let's say we'll leave it there. Smart Haven, just thought it was in your best interest to know that in the Ukraine Waxworks Museum, Ukraine Waxwork Museum, there is a wonderful Bin Laden waxwork. Get it on the stream. No, I'm moving past it. That was only 8 minutes ago. I said stop. Could wear a gold dust tie. There you go. It's very respectful, Rachel. It's a lovely idea. Great match. Did you have underwear on under the suit? Yeah. Like, sometimes I would wear just the spandex. Smart cash. Otherwise, I would wear a suit on top of it because it was that horrible brown number that I sometimes wear for graded. Setting him up here for a little elbow to the noggin. I think Gulak's going to reverse this. It's a nice setup though, hanging him off the ropes. Oh, he got it. That's your lot. Beautifully delivered. Very nice match. Oh, look at that! Woo! Richard, hello. I like your shirt. Here's some money. Thank you very much. Cheers. You can buy it from hihowareyou.com. It's a Daniel Johnston shirt. Thank you, and well done for doing the gear. You're good at those. I think you're the only person that's ever figured out how to do them. I don't know how to do them. Thanks for the advice on the application. Here's one I hope you'll like. What does Charles Dickens keep in his spice rack? The best of times, the worst of times. Tell the chat, Kai Havertz will go to Bayern Munich. Kai Havertz will go to Bayern Munich. Looking forward to Slammiversary. Much love. Cheers. Yeah, big Kai Havertz. Am I saying something rude here? Kai Havertz. No, I think I'm alright. Exiled. I never liked Goldberg because of his matches. Matt, I feel like you didn't grow up watching WCW. They were the most exciting thing. I know they only lasted 30 seconds, but I've never seen such intensity in wrestling. Literally, nobody compares to Goldberg. No, he won't. That was a soccer thing. No, he won't, you pleb. Don't call me a pleb! Bloody hell. Shoot the messenger. Nah, Goldberg in WCW was unreal, mate. So good. Never seen anything like it. And there's never been anything since either. Like, people have done squash matches successfully, for sure. I think Braun had some decent, entertaining squash matches when he first debuted on the main roster. And Ryback as well. But nothing in comparison. Miranda, making the chat more wholesome. What part did you play in your school nativity? You give me shepherd vibes. I'll take that as a compliment. I was one of the three wise men, and I came along. Frankincense is a fragrance, isn't it? Frankincense. I was gold. Because I got a bollocking off the teacher. Because I had this gold thing, and it was just a gold box, but it had like what looked like foil on top, like gold foil, and I was convinced there was chocolate in it. So I started chewing away at it, left massive teeth marks. I was chewing for days, by the way. And then she took it back at the end, and she was like, "You've ruined that, Adam. That's very naughty of you." And I remember going, "I thought it was chocolate." No chocolate in there.
Only pay for what you need.
Zol Hernandez, my brother Xavier doesn't like you, but I like you. Well, your brother Xavier is a complete and utter cretin, and I would disown him, and I would kick him out of your family, because you don't need that negativity in your life. Xavier, if you're watching now, I'm sure you are. Twat. Prageeth, ladder match for the IC title, perhaps at Extreme Rules. I'd like to see that. For sure. I mean, we've had a fair few ladder matches in these empty arena times, haven't we? We had the Money in the Bank, and we had the SmackDown tag titles at Mania. But yeah, they're good. I feel sorry for the wrestlers, especially the WrestleMania one. No crowd at all. And the stuff that they're doing, like with no audience getting you hyped up, must have hurt like 10 times more. Mike, my name is Carl. A micro penis this is. My name is Carl, but I mean it. You've been keeping me laughing, and I can't thank you enough. You don't realise your importance never changed. Thank you very much, Carl Ropenis. Carl Ropenis. I assume your surname is Ropenis still. You wouldn't lie about that. Kayla, Toy Story 4 now unicorns. Adam, do you even have a soul? You're investing in the wrong thing, Kayla. I can't. I'm not apologizing. This is Toy Story 4. I'm not having a go at unicorn. They don't even exist. Toy Story 4 shouldn't exist, Kayla. Ethan, who would you want as Edge's next feud after Orton? I'd love them to draw back on his stuff with Rollins, especially as he's a heel again. I think you've got the right shout. I think that is the right shout. Edge versus Rollins could be utterly terrific. I'd like an Edge Drew feud. I don't even care. Like, you can imagine it. An Edge versus Drew match. Unbelievably competitive. So close. Edge almost wins it. Drew takes his head off with a Claymore last minute. And imagine Edge slowly standing up. He's not won the title. He's gutted. But he shakes Drew's hand and shows him the respect. Imagine how that puts Drew over so much. I'd love to see that. I'd like to see an Edge one last title reign as well, even if it's just a short thing, like a Rumble to Mania sort of thing. I'd be up for that as well. I imagine Edge, in the years that he's back with WWE, will headline WrestleMania in a WWE or Universal title match. I think that's a given. It's bloody the boss of ratings. Chris, is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit? We've done this, Chris. It's a cake. It's in the name. And it goes hard, not soft. That's how you know. Montana, Goldberg wasn't a wrestler. He was a spectacle. He wasn't a good in-ring wrestler or anything, but he was a wrestler. By definition, he was a wrestler. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I just loved him. I loved him as a kid. I wanted to be him. I wanted to be a lot of people, to be honest. Didn't want to be Adam Pacitti. Tom, who is your favourite serial killer in pop culture? What a question. I might be cheating, but for me, it's the West. I hate this. Mr. Murphy, thanks for the donation. I don't have a favourite. Some that I find particularly interesting. Ed Gein, H.H. Holmes. No, we're moving on. Hugh, here is another one to rank. Daniel Bryan, The Pub, Cesaro, Cheese, Self-Pleasuring, and Seth Rollins. Okay. These are so hard now, aren't they? Especially Self-Pleasuring. Whee! Seth Rollins at the bottom. No! Cheese. I only really like mild cheeses. I'm not a big cheese guy. Cheese, Rollins, Self-Pleasuring, Cesaro, The Pub, Daniel Bryan. Happy? Let's move on. Don't ask me to rank him. And I did it honestly as well. It's another one of these awkward Bailey promos that for some reason most people like. They do nothing for me. I think there's going to be a lot of talking in the second half of the show. Because we've got the only other thing that's announced, the only other stuff that's announced, in fact, is talking. We might get an impromptu match here. I imagine Bailey will put Sasha up to another match, maybe. But all we've got, apart from that, is the Sheamus Hardy stuff, which is talking, and the Swamp match setup, which is talking. What?
Oh, yeah, the Undertaker, as I like to call him, Taker. That's right. The precious phenom, the Undertaker, called me
Go
on
on.
my personal
Bailey
side
versus
after
Taker.
the show, and he said,
SummerSlam. For all the gold.
Bailey, those straps. I'm quite frankly embarrassed at all the fuss.
I think she's trying to do the eyes, but she can't. She's just sort of going like that. She looks like she's got hay fever or something. She's about to sneeze. We're rubbing him too much.
When clearly you are the greatest champion in WWE history.
I actually don't mind this. I think it's kind of funny. Don't know. It's been better than their other stuff. Dabber, if I thought there was chocolate inside... Oh, I thought there was chocolate inside. Don't blame me. Why was it wrapped in foil? Big Simpsons reference, whether you watched it then or not. Oh, mate! I didn't even pick that up! Yeah, that wasn't intentional. Yeah, it was. It's Homer with the key, wasn't it? He's taking all the bite marks in the key. That wasn't a Simpsons thing, but there you go. Homer, well, 4-year-old me and Homer Simpson are one and the same.
And I implore WWE to pay you some respect. And
Well, she's still going with the Undertaker thing. We're going to get a Bailey tribute.
to not grant the Undertaker's wish. I mean, did you guys watch the last ride on the WWE Network? Because I did, and now, I mean, finally, the Undertaker is out of here. And we can move on, but like...
The Iconics do cringe better. I'll say that much. Dragon Master Adam, is anyone at Cultaholic going to do New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion reactions next week? No, I don't think so, mate. Unfortunately not. Which is it's a shame. We don't have enough people around. Jack's on holiday for a bit of next week. So no. Unfortunately, you just got me for the live streams for the next few weeks still. Sorry. Oh, we are getting a tribute video to Bailey and Sasha. But I am doing Slammiversary. Extreme Rules. And I'm over on Twitch as well. And in fact, a few people over on Twitch. Tom's doing streams. Ross is going to be shortly. Next few weeks anyway with Ross. Football Manager with Owen and Jack on a Wednesday evening. He's not going on holiday. He's not flying out of the country or anything. He's just taking some annual leave. Stephen, which was the worst punishment you did in Cultaholic? I know you said the worst one you ever did was during your time at What Culture, but curious to know which Cultaholic punishment was the worst for you. Loving these streams, Adam. Keep up the amazing work you do. Thank you, Stephen. Where's the Cultaholic? It's either of the You know what? I was gonna say it's one of the Hell in a Smell streams, but it's not. It's the You Love It stream. Even though it'd be shorter in duration, I had to concentrate, and I couldn't just sit there and be pissed off by you guys with the Alexa and all that. Yeah, it was that. It was definitely that. It sucked.
What makes Bailey such a great champion? She has
I think this is quite funny. It's all just Sasha doing the talking.
Bailey was the first ever women's Grand Slam champion.
All of the interview segments, the talking heads segments, are Sasha. I think it's quite good. I think it's quite creative.
That they'll ever get to a Grand Slam is a greasy breakfast at Denny's. Is she better than Trish Stratus? Yes. John Cena, without a doubt. Lita? Absolutely.
They threw Cena in there.
I've never seen anybody as good as Bailey.
The look at the cat. This is really good, actually. I think this is quite decent.
Damn, we're good. These titles represent our friendship.
I think this is decent. Decent SmackDown, generally so far. Thought it was going to be naff tonight. I thought it was going to be rubbish. But even this is alright, isn't it? Riley, Adam, which dead wrestler would you book to go up against someone on the main roster? I would have Eddie Guerrero versus Andrade. Not Angel Garza. That's the comparison that most people make. Interesting. I would have... Owen Hart versus Cesaro, maybe? I'd like to see Owen Hart versus Gable as well. Trying to think of a great Piper match. I would have loved to have seen heel Piper versus babyface CM Punk. I know he's not in WWE anymore. Especially now backstage has gone, eh?
Did you know that Nikki is not only a WWE superstar, but she is also the Queen of Scotland? And
Well, that's disrespectful, isn't it? Queen of Scotland? What about our Liz?
is 326
Duffs. Just a quick reminder how great Volta is. I sometimes think he gets forgotten. Yeah, great one, mate. Agreed. Another one. He's very unique, isn't he? Really stands out.
And Alexa Bliss,
Love to see him on the main roster,
of a champion,
but he doesn't want to live in the States.
also made history as the first woman to drive and cross Antarctica in a go-kart. I did do that. You're the best for knowing that. You're the best. Oh, you're the best. You're the best.
Genuinely, I think Alexa and Nikki have better chemistry on the mic than Bailey and Sasha. By some way, actually. Kayla, Brian is better than masturbation. Yeah. Masturbation with Brian? No, but... Kyle, fine AJ Hazard, you got me. That's my real name. There you go. Carl Ropinas. Carl Ropinas.
I know many have tried,
Thank you very much, my friend.
but nobody has been able to touch my best friend for the past year. And I'll be damned if that hyper little runt can do any different. Okay, you know what? We've heard this whole story before. You guys are
I don't think Nikki's winning at Extreme Rules at all, but I hope they have a good showing.
accomplishments have brought you success. But how
Not anti
imagine
Nikki being women's champion by any means, but I don't think now's the right time.
if I put my entire heart into this, I know I can do it. I can take that title and become the next SmackDown Women's Champion.
Oh, I'm up to date after this one. It's me, it's Jimmy C. Please say to my mate Stu, there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't speak Spanish. There are many things that I would like to say to you, Spew. There are many things that I'd like to say to you, Spew, but I don't speak Spanish. Not a clue. Not a clue. Noda Gale, card money, suckers. Keep on rocking, Adam. Thank you very much. Cheers. Big old slap to the face of Bailey. Oh, Bailey's got the match this time. Bailey and Bliss. Interessant. Adam has never seen or acknowledged my hellos. I just want my existence to be validated, please. And that's from the notorious JW. Are you happy now? Are you happy? Loser. And we're at the commercials again. Adam, someone asked what a Tommy was. He is a far-right little person who gets very red in the face. And idiots really identify with him.
Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. Just $11.99. No one outpizzas the Hut.
Is Tommy a British thing? Yeah, well, he's very British. He's very, very proud to be British, is our Tommy. Oh, Tommy. He does love a milkshake. They're bloody refreshing. He loves a milkshake, does our Tommy. Stephen, we all love you, Pacitti. You're a wonderful guy. Thank you. So are you, Stephen. Cheers, mate. Tommy Tut? What's a Tommy Tut? Hello, Richard. Here's a gift of Kenny. Hope you enjoy it. I need to find that bloody... Kenny will kill me for doing this. Kenny McIntosh. The Mickey James gift. It's there. I can... Well, I found the video. But it's not gonna... I'm not gonna be able to get a GIF up. Will Kenny mind me doing this? Is he get? Oh, let me try and find a screen grab. Oh, I've lost. He can't find it. I'm sure it's this interview. 1 second, guys. It's very important. This. There it is. Kenny's gonna kill me for this. I don't know if I should do this. This is done with love, Kenny. In case somebody... Oh, my glasses are steaming up. So this is during an interview with Mickey James. Sorry, Kenny. Kenny, in case you see this, I'm just showing you my favourite image of you. It's on his YouTube channel. It's on his YouTube channel. You can't have a go at me. Go and give Inside the Ropes a subscribe, by the way. Inside the Ropes, it's a fantastic channel. There's loads of interviews on there. Kenny's a wonderful guy. She did ask him to do it. He's all the love in the world to one Kenny McIntosh. Carl wrote penis. Owen versus Eddie, go dark and have a tug. Owen versus Eddie would have been... Wait, Owen versus Eddie must have happened at... No, maybe not. No, perhaps not. Can't remember a Owen versus Eddie match. Has that happened? Search Owen versus Eddie, it's probably not enough. Multi-man match there. Jericho versus Owen Hart versus Eddie. No, it's not. That's bollocks. It's just a fake title. No, doesn't look like it ever happened. I was trying to think. I can't think of anywhere that it would have done. Alexa Bliss releasing a podcast. I didn't know that. Bloody Renee Young with her cookbook. WrestlePeas, whatever it's called. Kenny is legit the I can't think of any like better independent wrestling interviewers than Kenny. He's so good at what he does. If you ever get a chance to go and watch an Inside the Rope show, because he gets massive names. They've just rescheduled their Kevin Owens date. Really, really encourage you to go because they're so good. He's bloody great at what he does. And I'm not just saying that because he's great. I love Kenny. He knows I love him. The Almighty Pinch. Adam, I'm confused. Was Kenny doing a Roman numeral? That's exactly what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. Kenny doesn't actually mind. We used to use that clip in the What Culture days on... I think it was me and Ross. We had an intro. I made an intro video. SmackDown Live with King Ross and Pacitti. And then Kenny's face would pop up, go like that. Kenny used to pop up on the SmackDown Live stuff all the time. We used to just dick about. Good old What Culture Extra. Hugh, Heel Bailey sums up what is wrong with scripted promos. It always feels like she's saying someone else's words and is very unnatural. I agree. I will say again that I enjoyed today's. I thought it was good. I really liked the video that they played, but yeah, generally Heel Bailey. I don't think she's been great. I think Sasha has more so, but didn't some of you guys go to the one with JR? I didn't go to the JR one. Ross went to the JR one. Ross, Jack, and Sam, maybe? I think it was while I was down in London. I went to a Heyman one, which was great, at York Hall in London. It was really, really fantastic. And I've seen like Kenny do Bischoff as well, and interview him. No, they did at WCPW. I think Kenny and What Culture worked together in some way. Anyway, Kenny did some interviews. I don't know if they were inside the ropes things or not. I think they were, but they were great. We used to dick about as opposed to what you do now, Adam. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the one with Kevin Owens coming up soon. Now I concentrate on the wrestling. I've been doing play-by-play for this match, basically. I'm talking about it too much, if anything. Shag, marry, kill, Cornette, Russo, Bischoff. God. I'm killing Russo. Marry Cornette. I've mentioned this before, but just to get access to his archive of wrestling stuff, I'd love to have a flick through all his memorabilia and that. And I guess I'm shagging Bischoff, who's objectively like if you can be objective about something like this, is the best looking of the three, isn't he? Bischoff was a very handsome man, I thought. Still is. Oh, no more tickets for KO due to social distancing rules. There you go. Now imagine Eddie versus Owen. Imagine it. It would have been brilliant, of course. Yeah. Yeah, very sad. Toying with Alexa Bliss. Patrick says Bischoff was gorgeous. He was. Jet black hair, smiling, pompous prick. I mean, he did some male modelling, I want to say, before he got to WCW. I'm sure I've seen pictures of Bischoff modelling. Back with a big hair. I'm sure I've seen that. Adam, have you noticed Sasha wearing the SmackDown Women's Championship? Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, DQ. She's had enough. She's grounding and pounding the woman that she will face at Extreme Rules, the Horror Show. Big bulldog, but no, Sasha drags her out of there. Oh, I like that. That's a nice touch, her wearing the belt. Title. Wow. Kayla, legit had a major crush on Bischoff when I was like 7. Well, you're only... Let's say Bischoff modelling photo, right? Eric Bischoff talks about his wife modelling for Playboy. That's not it. Oh my god, I've never seen this picture in my life. He was a model for Target. I've never seen this. Look at that. Look at that. He looks a lot like my brother in that picture. My brother when he was younger. That is unreal. Look at this guy. That's a modelling face if I ever saw one. Can I make this a lot bigger very quickly? Get a nice close. Look at him. Big fan. Big fan of it, that guy. Whoever that is. Terry Taylor. Look at his face. And that's apparently how he met his wife. But really, it's all about the guy on the left. That's the only picture I can find of him being a model. That's a shame. Look at that, though. What a handsome bastard. Halloween Havoc 91, I want to say. Oh! Be still, my beating heart. Stunning, man. Stunning. Nice guy as well. I really enjoyed... Well, it was very nice to talk to anyway. It was I think I mentioned before, but I got in a taxi with him. I took him to the airport once on the way back from whatever show we were running in London. Got him to Gatwick, Heathrow. Doesn't matter. I was in there for an hour with him, just chatting, and he was really, really pleasant to talk to. And he talked. It was like, you know, an hour's a long time for him to spend just talking to somebody. He had no idea who I am. I'm just a wrestling fan. And he was very engaging and very warm. Very nice. Young Shane was also adorable. Just saying, yeah, I can picture young Shane Shane being the ref and Shane being in WWF magazine. Young Shane McMahon. Yeah, Shane's a good-looking guy for sure. When he's not sweating buckets. Look at that. That's a very young Shane McMahon. Never seen this picture before. Never seen that before. No. I think it's about 17, 18 there, maybe. Oh, God, what have I done? I've deleted something. I've deleted the wrong thing. What have I deleted? Can you hear me? You can hear me still? What the hell have I deleted? Alert box is still there? I think I might have deleted the layer with the picture of the witch's hat on it. That's alright. That's alright, isn't it? That's the picture that I've seen about 50,000 times. It's on the WWE website. The one on the left, it's cropped off, but it's what, 13, 14 there maybe? Maybe a bit younger even. You'd make a great model, Adam. Thanks very much, Greg Diaper. Micro Penis. Say my name again and then I'm off. Love you. Micro Penis. There you go. Twice. Who do you see winning the North American title next? I feel like Karrion Kross feels too big for it. Already. I don't think he... maybe Finn? They did tease that, didn't they? But it looks like they dropped it. Maybe Finn still. I think they might get that. I think they might get back to that. I think Finn. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a big shocker. Someone like... They seem pretty invested in, like, Cameron Grimes at the moment. Bit of an outsider, for sure. Maybe. Fred, do you think I'm handsome? You're the most handsome, Fred, without a doubt. I think I'm up to date. There you go. Or yeah, Charlotte. Charlotte might do it as well. Are you ready for a good time? Are you ready? Richard says, I really like Grimes. Think he could be a solid mid-card character. Yeah, that's sort of where I see him. I don't think he'll rise much above mid-card. He's a good character, though, at least. It's like a strong, defined character that Cameron Grimes has got. You know what he's about, and I like that. Feels like a bit of a rarity sometimes. We're going to the swamp. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
That man, the evil incarnate, the split-tongued father of lies.
They bought a hell of a lot of stock footage here. Cut this together. Onion Nonce Pacitti. We're talking about beautiful young people, eh? Also, stop flirting with Matthew Wright's newborn. Okay, that's a lovely comment there, mate. Cheers. Wonder what this swamp match is going to entail. Somebody's going to wrestle a big crocodile, big fake crocodile or something. I'm quite excited about it. I think it's got a lot of potential. Are you ready for a good time?
I've done everything in my power to lock that side of me away.
Hope we get a Rowan appearance. I think it's unlikely. And it would feel weird just having Rowan and not Harper there. Be interested to see what Rowan does next. I think he's a guy with a fair bit of potential. He improved a lot during his time with WWE. He was a bit crap at the beginning. Couldn't really go, but he got better. He got better. No, I know Rowan got released, Tab. But Rockstar Spud got released. Kurt Angle got released. I don't know what the deal with Angle is. I don't know if he signed something again. He's not been seen on TV since... Well, since SmackDown, actually, when he introduced Riddle. I thought it was the NXT match, but it wasn't, was it? Do you reckon we'll ever get a female WWE champion? One day, probably, yeah. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Impact are teasing Angle. Impact are teasing everyone. You know what? I was a bit like, oh god, don't tease everyone and then have it turn out to be bloody Austin Aries or something. But I saw that they've done their best YouTube views ever per month, and people are talking about Impact a lot as Slammiversary approaches. As long as it's not underwhelming, then I think what they've done will actually pay off. Can you do Kermit? Lots of love. Buckles. Hello, Buckles. Can you do your Kermit? Shall I... Is there more I could have said? Now there are only pictures in my head. That's why my green is feeling grey. Sometimes even frogs have rainy days. Is that right? Do you? Speaking of swamps, rank the Shrek films. I've only seen Shrek 1 and a bit of Shrek 2. So I'm going to go Shrek 1 and then Shrek 2. I don't know how many there are. I feel like there are like 4 or so now. I really like Shrek 1. I don't know why I never... Why is Big E sausage rolling down the ramp? He's taking the piss here. Who do you think will come to Impact besides the club? I think EC3 will head back there because he knows that he'll be used properly. And I hope he does the EC3 gimmick and not what he's been doing on Twitter in recent months. Genuinely, I think EC3 is a great character. I think we'll probably get Eric Young back as well. Oh, God! I thought somebody got attacked then. Don't know who by. It's all bloody NXT lot in the crowd. They were just lobbing stuff at Michael Cole. And Michael Cole and Corey Graves have had it rough, haven't they? Relentless trolling. In what order do you want FTR to win Tag Gold? What do you mean, in what order? In what order do you want FTR to win Tag Gold? Like, who do I want them to defeat for the straps? Not Kenny and Paige, for sure. I'd like it if... I'd like the Young Bucks to... I don't know. That's the real money match, isn't it? Obviously, the Bucks versus FTR. Who gets the titles first? Probably FTR out of those. I reckon there'll be... maybe Private Party for them. I don't know if that was a real... I don't know if that was a real question or if that was me trying to give an order to something. Who else? Yeah, I'd like to see Private Party. hold the belts next. But it probably makes more sense to put it on a heel team with Kenny and Adam breaking up. Because you don't want the win to be tainted by all the drama there. Maybe Lucha Bros.
As every city, town, and neighborhood reopens, at least some ups and
Which wrestler do you think secretly plays Habbo?
Although we don't know what the future holds, we do know
James Ellsworth?
committed to the stories of our community opening in the morning
Uh,
and at night on Fox 5 News.
and I think I'm up to date. Good.
Sportsbook, you're never far from the action.
Why are there so many songs? Private Party's still too green to hold the belts. Yeah.
$500.
I think they're great though.
More ways to win.
That photo of them and Matt. Lovely stuff.
For your best sleep yet. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with the purchase of select mattresses.
Matt's aging very well, isn't he?
Test a Beauty Rest Black mattress and be entered for a chance to win a $20,000
Random question, Adam. How old is Mr. Happy and is he completely black? Well, Alicia, he's probably 10 by now. I don't have an exact date of birth for him. But he's
and get a free adjustable base today. Shop now.
he's either 9 or 10. He was 8 when I got him, so approaching 10, I guess. And yeah, completely black. He started dribbling when he's happy, which I really like actually, because I had a cat that did that before, a big fat black cat called Bramble, who lived until he was about 22. He was a really old cat. But when he was having a great time, he would dribble all over the place, and Happy started doing it. I think it's quite cute. Given the leaks, are you doing AEW or NXT? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Because obviously, I don't know. Maybe AEW. Oh man, I don't know. It sucks so much. I was gutted when I saw it being leaked. Mr. Dribbly.
Tag team champions The New Day in a matchup against the Lucha House Party. The New Day is in all kinds of trouble.
I'm not even going to look at the chat because everybody's spamming AEW and NXT and it's always like 50-50. So I don't know. Allegedly multiple endings were filmed. Who knows? Yeah, I did say NXT this week, but obviously circumstances have changed a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, Bramble was a lovely cat, Magsy. Bramble and Willow, we got them at the same time. They were brother and sister. Willow was like a tortoise shell, skinny little thing. She was lovely. She was like mine. They're just white. They're trying to make Cole and Corey corpse, and Big E's doing a damn fine job of it. What's the deal? Is it tag match or is it singles? This should be good, right? I think it's both of them. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. I like that wrestling purist shirt that Cesaro's got on. Where should FTR win tag gold first, company-wise? Oh, sorry, right. AEW, because I mean they're gonna be appearing there the most. But it wouldn't. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they got some sort of clause in the contract with AEW that they've sort of got first dibs on that sort of thing. But like if they were to turn up in New Japan or elsewhere, wherever really. No, I think they should win an AEW first. Because AEW are probably investing the most in them. Not just in a financial sense, but sort of long term. Kayla, you couldn't do one then the other the next day. I know streams are tiring, but you could catch it on your own time. I mean, I watched the others anyway, but what I think part of what's good about reactions is as close to as possible, given the technical limitations, is like everybody seeing a result and seeing a moment or whatever at the same time. And I don't know if people would tune in the next day. Plus, it means I'd do one less Twitch stream. And they're the things that I'm really, really enjoying at the moment.
How much respect Kofi has for Nakamura's ability. Not leaving the artist with any time to get out of the gate
NWA, yeah, I didn't even, NWA didn't even pop into my head there. They're so suited to NWA, aren't they? Yeah, I wouldn't be upset if they went to NWA and won night one. It'd be fantastic, in fact. Oh, big dropkick to the leg, sort of. Hi, Adam, what's your favourite video package? I mean, My Way's up there. Monster was tremendous. You know a really underrated one? Miz versus Cena at WrestleMania for the WWE title. A really great video package that doesn't get talked about enough. Adam, do you like to swim? Yeah, I really like to swim, yeah. I like swimming in a lake or the sea more than a pool, but yeah, I like to swim. I'm a crawl man over breaststroke, but yeah, Rock vs Cena package was great as well. Just massive props to the WWE production people, because they're so ruddy bloody good at what they do. They can make, what's the expression? Diamonds out of coal? What's the expression that I'm looking for? Where you make something that isn't very good look very good. That. They can do that. They can make chicken feed out of chicken. Will an NXT team ever win the women's tag belts? No, I don't think. While they're in NXT, I can imagine two people being called up from NXT and have them win it on the main roster, but I don't think they do it on NXT. I think they like having them on Raw and SmackDown. But maybe again. Are you getting a bit scunnered with wrestling? Chicken salad out of chicken that's the one. What did I say? Chicken feed. What does scunnered mean? Like knackered with it? Scunnered. Feel disgust or strong dislike. Oh, no, I wouldn't go that far. I feel burnt out sometimes. I think that's understandable when you, because I think about wrestling. What, like 60 hours a week or something while I'm working? Probably more. Like Cesaro's getting ejected out of there. It's the first thing I think about when I wake up is wrestling, and with relation to content, obviously. But yeah, sure. I think you're going to feel that when you turn something that was a real passion into something that's work. It's inevitable. But I still love it. I won't lie. The past 3 weeks or so, since the speaking out movement happened, which was obviously a very good thing. I've lost a little bit of passion for it, maybe. I found it more difficult, but mostly because it's, some of the people that were doing awful things are people that thought I had some sort of relationship with, like people who I considered friends. So that was hard, but I try to, disassociate them from wrestling, because wrestling is, I love wrestling. I'll always love wrestling. So try not to let the wankers taint that. Chris, final question, Adam. Did WCPW affect the way you watch/enjoy wrestling? And if given the chance, would you ever work with a big wrestling promotion again in some way? Oh, you just said wrestling promotion. I don't know. Oh, but P.S. A big thanks to you and the Cultaholic team. The most genuine and fun channel on YouTube. Thank you very much, Chris. Cheers. Did it affect the way that I watch wrestling? As I said there, it certainly affected the way that I watch certain wrestlers. I'm eating this. I just realised I was just touching it and then touching my weirdo. Did it affect? It was very, very interesting seeing matches be planned and the way that they go through it, and just the way that the wrestlers interact with each other backstage and formulate a story. Especially when they're working with a booker. I found that really, really interesting. But I don't think it changed the way I watch wrestling that much. Probably not. If I was offered a role in a wrestling promotion, if it was right and I thought it'd be good for Cultaholic or whatever, yeah, maybe. I was never the strongest performer back then. I think I've got better with sort of presentation generally, and you know, just being a presenter and mic skills, if you want to call it that. I think I'd be a lot better now. I think I was a good heel, very poor babyface. I'd be up for doing something if the opportunity arose. Yeah, I think I probably will at some point. If Johnny Saint wants to piss off, I mean, I've got as much experience in wrestling as that guy. World of Sport. I'm up for it. As long as they book Osama bin Laden. So Ellen, feel a bit guilty enjoying it now, which makes me sad because it was the thing my late dad and I bonded over. You and the lads are killing it though. Thank you very much, Sue Ellen. Yeah, I get you. You shouldn't feel any guilt about it. You shouldn't feel any guilt. And I'm sure, you know, if it was something that was really special to you and your dad, I'm sure your dad wouldn't want you to feel that way. Could see FTR versus the Von Erichs and MLW for the belts. It'd be interesting to see. I don't watch enough MLW. I don't know enough about that promotion. All I hear is good stuff, though. I need to check them out a bit more. I can't believe they're still pushing that artist nickname for Nakamura. It's crap, isn't it? The artist! Shut up. And Daniel, you're right, the production team are amazing. You can't polish a turd, but those guys sure can cover it in glitter. There's a lovely way of putting it. Yeah, they're so good at what they do. So good at what they do. I'm far away from the TV. Is Kofi versus Nakamura worth going back to watch so far? It's alright. It's a weird thing to say, but considering the talent involved, it's probably... Yeah, it is. It's the worst match of the night, if you can call it worst. Yeah. Catherine Effie spamming wave me. Time you out. Oh, it's already happened. You've already been got. See ya! Yeah, it's an alright match. It's an alright match. It's nothing special, is it? Like, Kofi Nakamura should be fantastic. I know it's just SmackDown and all that, but... How would you describe your overall experience with WCW? A real learning experience, and something that I'm very, very grateful to have been a part of. I think we did something really, really special with WCPW. I take no responsibility for that. But What Culture did something very special. And it always upset me, and it still upsets me to this day, the amount of crap that WCPW got. Because, you know, some of it is like, oh, they haven't paid their dues as a promotion, or they're damaging the British wrestling scene. I would argue, to the day I die, I would argue that WCPW did more for the British wrestling scene than NXT UK has. I think they introduced independent wrestling to a lot of people who hadn't experienced it before. People were elitist about it sometimes. I remember that picture of Minoru Suzuki sat at his table with no queue. I'm sure some of you will have seen that. And people were like, oh, people here don't even know who Minoru Suzuki is. First of all, he had a really lengthy queue, and that picture was taken when the doors had just opened. So that's a wanky thing to do. It's like Virgil, isn't it? He's got floods of people. he's never sat at his table alone. But no. And also, sure, not as many people knew who Minoru Suzuki was than they would now. If people are more familiar with him now. But isn't that cool that he was being introduced to people that were unfamiliar with him, having a great match and all that? Is that necessarily a bad thing? And you know what? It's just the wanker gatekeepers who were whinging about that. They don't know who Minoru Suzuki is. Shut up. People are just there to experience live wrestling and have a good time. And that's like it's a gateway, isn't it? That introduced New Japan to a lot of people. It introduced Impact to some people. And we had Impact wrestlers over. I think WCPW did a tremendous amount of good.
Kobe cannot believe he didn't win the match right there. Doesn't get any closer than that without the bell ringing. Let's take one more look. Kingston sweeping out the leg.
Is SmackDown good or terrible? It's good. It's been a good episode. This match isn't just a match. Just a match. Yeah, I hate gatekeepers in wrestling or in any fandom, right? It just ruins it for other people. If you really care about something, if you enjoy something, surely you should want as many people to experience it and enjoy it with you as possible, right? Yeah, Ring of Honor, there's a good shout, Reese. Jay Lethal, the first show, defending the Ring of Honor title. It's cool. Cool stuff. And especially if you were in the Northeast, but in various places in the UK, the level of talent that you could see for a reasonable price with decent production value and all that good stuff. It felt very unique. I was disappointed to hear that Defiant was shutting down as well. And you know what? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. I didn't know they were shutting, by the way. At that last show, they mentioned one of the old What Culture, one of the bosses from What Culture, Nakamura, picking up the win. Offered to do a little, like, said, do you fancy doing a little backstage promo? Just something. And I said at the time, no, I won't, because I was busy that day anyway, but I couldn't have done it. But I would have done it had I known that was the last one, because a lot of people really put a lot of effort and their soul into what you saw with What Culture and Defiant. What's Cesaro getting from under the ring? Oh, it's going to be a tables match, maybe, at Extreme Rules. They're doing the thing, right, where they start using the weapons a couple of weeks early to set up a match down the line. Well, you used a table on me last week, so how about we make it a tables match?
His buddy Kobe Kingston looked for the big ending. Now he goes right after Shinsuke Nakamura. And with a table introduced into the
Interesting. Nola, the point is sexual harassment is endemic to society. That's why we're seeing this in multiple industries. It's not a result of wrestling being awful. I think that's a really good shout. And it's important that that behaviour is stamped out of every industry. And yeah, you're completely right. You're completely right, Nola. It's always heartbreaking, obviously, when you see stuff like that happening in an industry that you care so deeply about, but the fact that it's happening so regularly in so many places is a far bigger problem even. But it's good that there are positive people in the wrestling industry who are going to, make positive change. Kayla, even though you hate her favourite movie, my daughter just took my phone and gave you kisses, so I guess we can let the matter rest. Screw Toy Story 4, screw your daughter, no! I've got to stop being a wanker. Sending all my love, Kayla, to you and the little one. Toy Story 4 is great. I love it. Unicorns, wonderful animals. Are you ready for the good time? Oh wait, Sheamus and Jeff is the main event in a talk show segment. Interesting. If offered, would you take the job as the hacker? Yeah, for sure. I look like a little creepy hacker. Do well.
Are you kidding me? This is the celebration of the night. We're going to have a toast to the charismatic enigma. I mean, we might need more booze than that, but this is going to be great.
Look at Sheamus in the picture. Cheers in the cat. I really like that. Yeah, of course I would. Yeah, I'd take the WWE money. Of course, yeah, no doubt. Which UK company could you see FTR winning the gold first? God, who could afford them? Are you not going to get a WWE affiliated promotion? I wouldn't expect to see them pop up at the Progress or something, or ICW or anything like that. I'm trying to think who could afford them, man. God, that's a really tough one. I don't know if there are any. I don't know. No, that's not fair. There are companies who do it. Rev Pro maybe. Yeah, Rev Pro's probably the best shout. I think there. They could afford them for a few dates, I imagine, but they can't be cheap anymore. I don't know. I don't even know the details of their contract, if they're able to do stuff like that, if they can work internationally or not. Or no idea. Yeah, maybe Cultaholic Pro Wrestling. Yeah, that was a good line, wasn't it, Rambo? For Corey Graves. Might need a little more booze. It's quite funny. Sometimes heel Corey really works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. It was good there. Da-da-da-da-da. What's Shaq doing in a pizza box? I don't understand. Quick Spider-Man stream after this. No, I've got to do a news video, guys. Oh, he's saying hello to people.
What are you doing in a box?
I'm a board member of the store owner at Papa John's, and this is my brand new piece of the shakaroni. Just by ordering the shakaroni. $1 from each piece is donated to Papa John's Foundation to support communities.
Right, the shakaroni. It's just a pepperoni pizza. I think they have a handshake style agreement. I doubt it. I imagine their contract will state exactly where they can and can't work. I don't think it would be a handshake agreement. Not with the money that's being thrown around over there. Rob, who would you most enjoy breaking up as the hacker? Breaking up as the hacker? I mean, Punk. Nah, I wouldn't like to see Punk be the hacker, obviously. Trying to think who's got great mic skills. They could maybe have one more match as well. They insert themselves into a feud. Or somebody that's been away for a while. Part of me was like, oh, you know what? It might be interesting. Because I'd like to see her on WWE TV more, rather than just doing the talk shows and Twitch, is Paige. I know she couldn't do another match, but I think that might be a real shocker.
Only on FS1.
And we are back on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox with a shameful
Who else would be good? Bam! Here he comes. Imagine if he just downs the lot. Yeah, Ali's a good shout. Ali's a great promo as well, and yeah, to get him back on TV would be very nice indeed. Who's in control, Adam? It's me, Greg. I'm in control. Mike, penis. Boyfriend's dad asked me what LGBTQ means, so I explained. And then he asked me what is LGBTQ plus. I said, I think it's an extra $5 a month. Right, very good. And I think I'm up to date. Man, I'd love that bar setup.
Sheamus, wherever you are, whatever this is, let's get it over with. I mean, what are you going to do, try to embarrass me?
I don't recognise the bartender. Is he an indie wrestler or something?
Right here, man, come on.
Do you think Shane Thorne could knock out Jack? Yeah, of course he could. Paige had to lose her job because Corbin was rubbish. Yeah. That damn Corbin. Oh, what? It's a Skype thing. Lame as hell.
Now, before we go on a proper toast, there's a couple of things I'd like to say. First of all, I know how hot-headed you can be.
Oh, sorry, who would you most enjoy breaking up as the hacker? I don't understand the word. Do you mean a tag team that the hacker breaks up? Don't really want to see any. I guess Shinsuke and Cesaro or something. A team that's thrown together and isn't going to last that long anyway. Don't really want to see any tag teams break up. I can't believe this is a Skype call and this is the main event segment. Unless he's there. If he comes out and he bro kicks Jeff and then smashes every single damn bottle over that man's noggin.
Jeff, you have a problem. And I'm not talking about your problem with drugs and alcohol and a cost of
No, I don't think he is there because hasn't he been back in the UK for the football?
Nobody that loved you, or the best years of your career. I'm talking about your problem with facing reality. Now, ever since
Why would they put this in the main event? I think he might be back in the UK. I think he's been at Anfield, hasn't he, this week?
Trying to get a quick pick me up, and in your mind, everything's right in the world again for Jeff Hardy. But the way I see it, man, it's sad, it's pathetic, and it breaks my heart. Because we've seen it all before, right? This time it's gonna be different. This time Jeff's gonna show up when it matters.
His team won the Prem, give him some time. I'm not whinging about him being over there. I just don't think there should be a main event. Something's got to happen here, surely.
You're lying to yourself. I felt I can't bear to see it anymore.
How long have we got? 6 minutes left as well. Just down him, Jeff. Start drinking, pal.
A solution to all of your problems. And the answer
The bartender's gone.
is in one of those bottles.
The audio quality is dog shoot as well, isn't it?
Here's to a proper toast. May your troubles be less, and your blessings
I don't know how he's going to cover him in piss from there. A few thousand miles away.
Your wife and kids cry when you enter their thoughts.
Did Sheamus hit Elias? Surely it's not that simple. Could be, yeah. I reckon they might do Corbin again with the Elias thing. I don't know how long Elias is out for. Sorry, I'd like to see Elias come back as heel personally. I'm not sold on the babyface stuff.
Sheamus, you know, they tell us not to take another man's inventory, but you've got to be the sickest person.
You've got to be the sickest. Bam!
Is this funny to you? Making fun of my struggles, making fun of struggles that other people deal with on a day-to-day basis, man.
Man?
Is it funny to you to rub off
Sorry.
people's noses and the pain I've caused them? Is it funny to you?
Calm down, Jeff. It's not real. Silly bastard. Have a drink.
Bro, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. All I'm saying is, man, you don't have to live a lie anymore. Because I know deep down inside Jeff.
Don't forget to use the hashtag Jeff Hardy Toast.
Right back into the gutter with both feet. That's why I sent my personal bartender Jeeves here to help you. Jeff, I'm your friend. And it's one friend to another. All I want to say is, bombs away.
I do really like Sheamus. Go on. Have a Prosecco.
Jeff,
Little bit Carver.
take the drink. Come on. Look, I know you, man. I see the pain in your eyes. I feel the pressure on your shoulders. Dude, you don't have to pretend to be strong for any of these people anymore. Do what you've always done, Jeff. Follow your instincts.
Down it. Down.
Yeah, Sheamus,
Come on.
you know what, man? You're right.
We like to drink with Jeffy, 'cause Jeffy is our mate. And when we drink with Jeffy, he puts it down in 8, 7, 6, 5. He's going to throw it in the face of that young man, isn't he? He's going to throw it in that bloke's face. Pissing it first! Why are you... What's he done? He's been hired. That man that he's just covered in Prosecco there was hired to do a job, and Jeff's just glassed him. What a dick move. He's literally just glassed a man in the head. He deserves to be arrested. Oh, please say he's going up for a swanton. The glassing's not enough. He's got to hit the bloody flippy move. Piss off. What? That's the twattiest thing that Jeff Hardy's ever done. Yeah, that'll show you, Sheamus. I've beaten up a man that you employed to do a job. Why the swanton? That was one of the worst SmackDown main event segments I've ever seen. Not even. Ah. What the hell was that about? Well, there you go. Poor Jeeves, eh? We got a few super chats that have just come in there before we go. Obscure. First time viewer. Host looks like he'd suck at Spider-Man. Must have a great deputy leader for some sort of club keeping him strong. Happy Rusev Day. Thank you, mate. Sam, a Cultaholic reacting live to the New Japan show after this? Unfortunately not, mate. Unfortunately not. Wills, love everything you guys do, and also have the same birthday as Cultaholic. Interesting. Thank you very much, Wills. Cheers for saying that. Brian, thanks as always, brother. Have a great night, you too. Lovely to see you, Brian. Swellen, Sheamus, channeling Mrs. Doyle from Father Ted. Go on! Okay, that was the worst Irish accent I've ever done. Apologies. Go on. Mike, Ropenis, that previous message was a real situation. And Tom Somerville, Adam, how do you like your old fashions? Smoky. Smoky. One block, one big block, if possible, of ice, and yeah, some just decent bitters with a bourbon. There you go, and not smashed over my head like Jeff Hardy, the baby face. Anyway, guys, I've got to bloody do a news video now. Oh, Stephen, really enjoyed tonight's stream, Adam. I've been trying my best to be a good mod, and I'm glad you added another one to our family. It's been mostly just me the past 2 weeks. Hope I haven't let you down, man. No, mate, not even slightly, mate. No, thank you. Stephen, you're here so often. Not even slightly, my friend. Thank you very much for everything you do, Stephen. Guys, we are done. We're done. Cheers for the stream. It's been fun tonight. Apart from all the Bin Laden stuff. Probably a bit much, that one, wasn't it? Yeah, probably getting cancelled for that. See ya.